Video is a This video is about how to configure Commando AirOne indoor AP750 which complies with IEEE 802.11 AC NGB standards with dual band 2.4 GHz and 5.8 GHz with dual power supply with the help of IEEE 802.380 PoE plus input power or DC power of 12 volt 1.5 ampere. It has separate LAN and WAN ports which is having up to 100 Mbps bandwidth, and with the help of this dual input facility you can either power on from the PoE plus switch or can give the DC power also. It has 4 modes of operations like gateway, repeater, WISP and wireless AP. So it is also having the WDS function along with the AP functions with the range up to 91 meters and above depending on the surrounding condition with 500 milliwatt 27 dBm input power. It can have maximum 128 users, 64 in 2G band and 64 in 5G band with concurrent end user up to 90. So how to take access of AIR-AP750? So for that you have to click power on the AirOne AP750, connect the LAN port of AirOne AP750 to PC or laptop. You can do it wirelessly also, and after that open the network and sharing center, change the adapter options, go to the properties and give the IP address 192.168.2. From 2 to 254 any of the IP address. I am giving 10. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Default gateway 192.168.2.1. Previous firmware version is having the IP address of gateway 192.168.188.253. So that should be also keep in mind, and rest accordingly this IP address will also be changing. So after giving this IP address, open any of the browser. 192.168.2.1 is your access IP and you are able to get AirOne 750 Mbps indoor AP's access. Default password is commando by in small case. Previous version is having the admin as a password, and default mode is AP mode. So this is the way you can access this device with wired way. You can also access with wireless way. Just go to the power on the device and connect with AP750 2G or AP750 5G SSIDs with the password commando. And after connecting this, go to the properties and make this DSCP to be edited to manual and give the IP address 192.168.2. Let us say 20, prefix length 24 and gateway 192.168.2.1. and this way you also can able to connect to this device with this IP address in the browser. So after logging into the device, home page will showing the information like CPU and memory usage. You can change the device description. By default there is no device description. I can change to Commando AP750 and apply. So this description will be shown. Then the mode of operation is FAT AP, FIT AP. This is not a cloud AP so or controller based AP, so it is recommended to only use the FAT AP mode. After that you can see the flows in 2G and 5G bands. So I will connect one of the user in 5G. Let us say I am connecting this to 5G. Password is by default commando. These SSIDs or the Wi-Fi names can be changed as per user choice, as well as we can change the. So now I have connected one user in 5G. These are the details of that user, and one in 2G. These are the details. These channels, automatic or manual, we can set. We can change the encryption. We can change the SSID name. We can change the password also. And for each flow, for 5G we can see the AP upstream and downstream, as well as for 2G band we can see the upstream and downstream in the home page. The wizard button will let us empower us to go for the configuration of the modes. So this is a real time we are configuring this device, so it will take some time for making changes between the modes, approximately 50 to 1 minute, 50 seconds to 1 minute. So by default mode is AP mode, which is a current mode. We can change the IP address from AC or from gateway. We can change the LAN IP. If I change the LAN IP, this IP will be new IP, and accordingly I have to change the PC setting which is connected to the LAN. For wireless, absolutely no issue. We have to change accordingly. I can change this SSID name from COMMANDO AIR-AP750 2G to, let us say, CMD 2G. And I want to change the channel width to 40, and this I want to make it auto. Encryption I want it, and password commando @123. Similarly, I will make it default SSID. I will make it CMD 5G. So I can change accordingly. I can make this channel manually to be configured like this. Password also I can change, and this will take effect. Because I am doing it real time, it will take some time for login, and even device will restart if I change from AP mode to other modes. So now you can see this CMD 2G and CMD 5G will come, which I have created with the new passwords. So password for this is commando @123. And this will be, now I am connecting one user, so this user is now live with this password in 2G band. Similarly, I can have the 5G also. Next mode is repeater mode. This is a mode where I can extend the range of wireless coverage of existing Wi-Fi network. This mode is suitable when you are having a Wi-Fi dead zone. So let's do that. I will scan the nearest possible connected Wi-Fi which I am getting in 2G band as well as in 5G band. I can, let us start with 2G scanning. In other mode I will show a 5G scanning. So in 2G band I am having these SSIDs like reception 2.4G. I will give the password of that. So this is the password for this. I can change the bandwidth as per my requirement. I will make this SSID on for this with this password. Similarly, I will make this new SSID on for this with this password. I can change that. Static IP from AC or from gateway, I can have that IP addresses, and this will take some time. Because I am doing it online, I am taken the access of the device and doing, so it will take 50 seconds for doing that. So in this mode is suitable when there is a Wi-Fi dead zone, the place with a weak wireless signal, and you want to have the larger effective range of wireless signal throughout your home or office. So this is a WDS mode where you are connected to other Wi-Fi devices wirelessly, and it is acting as a repeater of that with its own SSIDs or Wi-Fi name, or you can have same name continued with different channel with this device. So it will take 50 seconds to get it done. So changing a mode is an activity where device will reboot, and that will be newer settings will be done in the device. So I have this CMD 5G now is come active in 2G also, which I have created. You can have any name as per your choice. Password is commando. So now you can see after giving this connecting with the reception 2.4G, which is generated by some other wireless devices with the password which I am already knowing, and setting that, we are able to get connected to that device. I am connecting one user in 5G band, let us say, with the password, with the new password commando@123. So now the reception 2.4G is connected, and I am also getting the internet via this. So this blue tick, because I have connected the gateway to the WAN port, so I am getting internet also in this real-time configuration of AIR-ONE 750 Mbps indoor AP. It's very simple and straightforward. So this way we are able to connect with the another wireless device with the help of repeater mode. We also can, so you can see that with this photo, we are connecting the wireless device with wireless device. We can have the wired way here, or we can have the wired way here. So another mode is called as WISP mode, which is a very powerful mode where we are going to connect wirelessly. Let us say we want to use the 5G repeater, and we will scan for that. So it will take some time to scan all the 5G availables in your environment. So accordingly you will get, let us say I want to connect to ITM cabin 5G. So password I will put commando@networks. Next, I will have the internet mode from DSCP, or I will fetch this IP address from the DSCP server. I can change this SSID as per my choice. I can change the password for 5G also, and next. So now I am switching the mode to the WISP mode. So in WISP mode, device connect to ISP station wirelessly and can act as a hotspot or wireless AP to share the network with wireless devices or local wired devices. So it is connecting to the wireless way to your existing infrastructure, as well as it is connecting wirelessly to the wireless clients also, and it acts as a totally connection free without any connection, LAN and WAN, physical RJ45 inserting. You are able to configure this device and it will provide you the network coverage for wirelessly from the infrastructure, networking infrastructure, wireless networking infrastructure, other wireless networking infrastructure. So this is a very powerful mode which is there in this. It will take some time to get it effected because it's online I am doing. So it has come live now, CMD 5G and CMD 2G. So password default is commando. So WISP mode, as the figure suggests, in WISP mode I am connecting the PC. So I am connecting this PC, this is a PC, to this AP with 2G or 5G, and this is connected to this gateway with 5G only, with that SSID ITM 5G, this SSID ITM cabin 5G, this SSID. So now I am connected and it will come active. It will take some time because it's online or real time. Everything is I am doing is real time. So now this has come and this has getting the internet. It will come active. Yes, now it is properly connected with the channel 56 to that DSCP. Also I am getting the DSCP IP address. Now this PC is connected to that, and this will get the internet via because it doesn't get the IP address from the DSCP that time. Now it is activated and on, so it will get the IP address also, and now you can see the flow has started for this 2G band for 10 Mbps 12 Mbps speed. So DSCP also I have get this IP address from my gateway, and now it is connected. Wireless is connected and getting internet. Now it is connected, and this blue will show it is connected to internet also, and this is the flow. The last mode is the last mode in the wizard is a gateway mode, which currently I am using. I have connected the gateway. I can change the SSID from CMD 2G, CMD 5G, or I can change Wi-Fi password also as per the choice. This channel width I can have 20 and 40 depending on the amount of traffic which I want to send. If I want to send more traffic to the wireless client, I will use 40, and this channel I can set according to the my requirement manually. If I am having the Wi-Fi analyzer, this device is having inbuilt Wi-Fi analyzer that I will show later on. You can set accordingly. And next, so now this device is again start rebooting to change the mode from WISP mode to the gateway mode. In gateway mode, all Ethernets are bridged together, and wireless clients will connect to ISP access point or router, which is connecting directly to the internet via WAN port. So by default password is commando. NAT is enabled, and PCs in the Ethernet LAN port share the same IP to ISP through the wireless network. So we will connect this PC. So now I am already using this mode. So this PC is connected, will be connected to, by default mode is AP mode. So it will come active, because it's all real time which I am doing, so it will take some time. Some device will come active. Yeah, now it has come. Yes, it has come, it has rebooted, and now I'm able to access this in the gateway mode. So gateway mode, here the description, your WAN is connected to the internet gateway, this, and LAN is connected to the AP, and you are able to connect to this AP via the SSIDs or the Wi-Fi IDs which you have created. So this is your created. The password will be the set password for this device. So this will come active. Then in Wi-Fi settings, you can set, you can have the Wi-Fi analysis in 2G and 5G band. So when I will show you in 2G band first. So you can analyze the environment nearby this AP by using the Wi-Fi analysis inbuilt in this device. So you will get the names of SSID as well as channel they are using, and the congestions in your environment. So you can see this only 7 and 8 channels are free, other channels are fully occupied, and there are a lot of signals from others. So accordingly you can take a decision to make the channel manual to 7 or 8 with the channel width which you want. SSID name can be changed, passwords can be changed as per choice. The same SSID name will be coming in this. I am applying this. So now channel number 7 will be shown and used by this AP to send and receive the signal. It will take some time for applying this. because it's all real time access of this device. So it will come active, and we are able to get connected to this device 2G as well as 5G with that channel. So now this is channel number 7, which I can connect the users also afterwards. So that user will be connected with this new channel which I have set according to the Wi-Fi analysis. I can also have the multiple SSID setting. So let us say I want CMD -1 2G. So I want new SSID, any name I can set. I want password as commando@123, and I want to make 2 SSID active. By default, we can have 4 Wi-Fi names or Wi-Fi SSIDs in 2G band and 4 Wi-Fi names or SSID in 5G band. So I will apply that. So this name will be appearing here in the Wi-Fi. So I have created this name. So I can connect with this password or password which I want to have. So I can have the multiple SSID. You have to just make Wi-Fi status on and make SSID as per your choice. CMD -2-2G. So this way I can have the multiple SSIDs, maximum up to 8 with AP750. So this way, in 5G also we can have the Wi-Fi analyzer to analyze the channels. To make it auto is always admirable, but it's very nice to have the manual settings of the channel as per the environment which you are in. So I am using this Wi-Fi analyzer in 5G band. So this will come. So how much channel is occupied by other wireless devices in 5G band can be known with the help of this Wi-Fi analysis. It is all real time, so it will take time to calculate everything. So I can set the multiple SSID in 2G and 5G band along with basic SSID. All other WAP1, WAP2, WAP3 SSIDs can be set in 2G and 5G band. You can on off the particular SSID with the settings. So for guest you can have one SSID, for another guest you can have some other SSID. So this way you can make it on and off and very easily can configure the Wi-Fi for your environment or network. So this way so you can see this 108 and 1112 channels are free, and same I will use. Let us say 108 channel I want to use with same CMD 5G as a SSID. I can change it as per choice. And if I apply that, so now the channel use will be 108 channel for sending and receiving with the channel bandwidth. I can also have that 40 to make faster connections or have the good data rates for this connection. We disconnect and I will reconnect that. After application, I can able to connect, and these things can be shown on 5G Wi-Fi. So I am having channel 108 and with SSID this, and the encryptions, everything can be shown. Connecting this, so same users will be shown with the upstream and downstream. The best possible mode for any AP is having the WISP mode. So this is having that mode, so it is a very upmarket device. Then I can also set the MAC ACLs that can allow and prohibit wireless client based on the MAC addresses. So I can add some, I can scan some MAC address and I will mark it deny, and after creating that I have to deny the access, allow or deny the access of this, and if I apply that, this user will never able to connect to this. So I am denying this user, this is the same user which I am connected, and that will be never allowed to have any connectivity to this. So this is has been blocked. So now this MAC ACL is applied to this device, and I will not able to connect to this network now. So I will remove that so that other things can be done. Then we are having the Wi-Fi timer, so I can use it when to start off my office is 9, and I don't want this Wi-Fi to be misused by anybody. So let us say up to 9 to 19 daily I want this. Other time this is not allowed to have the access. So same, this Wi-Fi will be deactivated after those time and activated at that time. So this much security feature you can add to your network. Then advanced settings, you can set the country, any of the country, China, USA, Brazil, ETSI or India. 2G mode, B, G or NG. 5G mode, A, and AC. Multicast fast, you can have the maximum for wireless client for per AP in 2G and 5G. So wireless WLAN partition also, GI short, coverage threshold also you can change from 90 to 95. So it will increase 3 dBm means doubling packet threshold. Then RTS, we can say we can have the TX power maximum efficient according to our requirement. Then 5G preferred 5G dynamic frequency selection on and off, and terminal fast roam. So accordingly we can set that. Then in network tab we can set the LAN settings. In WISP mode, one more setting is there called as, you can have the repeater settings also apart from the LAN setting. I am having the gateway mode, so it is showing only LAN setting. We can also, this LAN IP I can change, and accordingly this IP access IP will change. I can activate this STP, by default it is on. STP spanning tree protocol avoids the loop. If sometime I am connected with the WAN also to the same internet and via WISP mode to the same internet, loop will happen, and this spanning tree will help in that case. I can also have the internal DHCP server for this, and we can see the DHCP users for this network. I can change the pools, I can start with some IP, I can maximum number of users I can define, and we can do, we are having DHCP in the AP750 STP, and the LAN IP we can set. Then static DHCP, we can bind IP addresses statically also. So this IP address is now bind. We can have the connection methods like DHCP, static IP, PPPoE. We can also set the DNS manually. We can also have this upstream and downstream restricted for this. In WAN settings, we can set the WAN connect method, MTU, DNS manually along with the primary and secondary DNS, these settings. WAN advanced setting, we can enable the web server access or WAN ports from 1 to 65,535. It can set the MAC clone, enable or disable ping access on the WAN, enable or disable IPsec, PPTP, L2TP pass-through or VPN connection. So accordingly we can enable the web server access port and all for this. We can also enable the cloud setting, but this is not a cloud devices, so this setting is not or the binding code is not suitable for this device. We can also have the URL mapping. It works for the new portal installation. URL mapping redirection to the particular website can be done. So we can set this rule name, IP address, domain, and the we can mark it and we can save it. Then in security, we are having the URL filter. So if it is connected to internet, we can also filter any of the website or the access to this device, so it can protect that device. So URL filter is a type of web filtering, is used to restrict the web content. So I don't want some website to get access via this. We can block that. We can add that rule, let us say rule number 10. At any time URL, let us say commandonetworks.com, and we want deny this deny website. So we can have that if I am connected to internet, this website will never be allowed to get access via this AP. Then IP filter, I can bar some IP address to, or the range of IP address to access the AP. So I can create the time based access group also. I can customize that. I can start with this range to, let us say, this range. I can scan also for particular IP port number. I can ban this for this IP. So deny. So this filter will be applied if I make it deny access. Then only this will be applied. Creating doesn't mean that it is applied. I have to make this button allow or deny and apply, then only it will be applied. So accordingly it will be applied, and for these users, they are not able to access this AP. We can also have the MAC filter similar to the IP setting. MAC filter bars the particular MAC to access the AP SSID. So we can create a rule, let us say 1. I can also have the time range for that. I can scan any of the and mark it as deny. So saving, if I mark it as deny, this PC also will not get the access of this AP. We have to make it deny access and then apply that to make it active. Then security setting, it can set the rules for particular TCP or UDP protocol for selected wireless client AP with the port mapping function. So we can have this rule, let us say commando LAN IP, external port IP or internal port IP, and that will not be allowed. Deny port. And if I apply that rule, enable port mapping function and apply, and this will be applied for that user. Then DMZ. So DMZ can be set the host IP to provide an internal network with an additional security layer by restricting access. So if I enable DMZ and DMZ host and apply, that host will be given the extra internal network or additional security for the access of this device. Then in the management function, we can configure, we can take the backup. Just click the button, you will get the backup. Then restore. So we can choose the file and can restore to some settings. We can reset to factory default by pressing this button. So all the configuration will be lost, and we can also reload this, restore the configuration which we are having by choosing this file. Then we can have the reboot software way, or we can also have the time reboot according to our requirement. We can apply this time reboot, and that time is used for resetting this or rebooting, not resetting, rebooting this device. We can modify password. By default password is commando in small case. We can have the new passwords. We can upgrade the firmware. If you are having the firmware of this device, we can upgrade that. This is an unlicensed device, so there is no investment or cost for upgrading the device. No license is used for this much wireless connection, and these all jargons are nullified. No license is required for commando APs and switches or any devices. Then we can have sync with the host time. So the time which this PC or the laptop connected will automatically getting to that, or otherwise I can also have the time from the NTP servers. I can also set the time zones. I can manually set the IP for the, or I can have the global NTP servers. If I am connected to internet, that will be giving us time. So I can have various modes to set the time. This log by default on. Generally many manufacturers make this mistake to have this log on, so device memory will be occupied and this will slow down the process of communication with the wireless client. So by default the logs are off. You can make it on and you can send this log to the remote server as per your requirement, and sending this IP that will be cached there, and you can see the log of these devices. You can also set the flow control, which enables optimize the bandwidth and improve the network experience of the important application. So you can add and customize the IP address for these flow controls or the group of IP address. You can also add the time, and you can limit the bandwidth, exclusive limited bandwidth or shared limited bandwidth. So this up and down link bandwidth can be set. So you say that this is a bandwidth is used for these users. So you can restrict some user to have the bandwidth which is available for your internet connection. So you are restricting this restricted bandwidth for this user. And after that you have to enable this and apply, then only this will be applied. You have to enable QoS and apply. Then you can create the IP groups. So that IP groups will be let us say Commando IP group for this range. You can also add this and save this IP group, and you can also have create the time range also for access or for using this time group. Let us say Commando time range from this to 17. Every day we can have weekly also, so we can have Saturday, Sunday. Save this time group can be used anywhere. And then DDNS connections. So this will provide a fixed domain name for DDNS clients and map the latest IP address to the domain names. So we can enable this and apply this after having username, password. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you will understand how to configure Commando AirOne 750 Mbps indoor AP.